Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody around the world. Welcome back to the One Piece video featuring your boy, OP13 Ace. Get ready for a very spicy deck profile featuring OP13 here on the channel, let alone in which a leader that seems to be one of the very favorites in the current format right now. We're going to try to keep this intro short and sweet, to the point, and then dive into a bunch of games today. Something in which we haven't done in a minute. We'll get into that in our first matchup. We'll talk about it, we'll explain it, and we'll go on from there. Now, without further ado, Ace is going to be one of those decks that basically is a triangular meta currently in One Piece, which isn't very fun for those of you who are just coming into, OP13, just new into the game and all that sort of thing. The top tier decks are going to be Ace, Emu, and Green Zoro. So Emu, and then of course Green Zoro right now in the current format. Every other deck outside of those three can still compete, can still do well. Just in the top tables, you guys are going to be seeing one of those three decks consistently. Not saying there's not a fourth one that's going to be squeezing in here and there, i.e. like Goldie Roger. But currently, Ace is one of these decks in which you can build numerous different ways. He's a lot of fun. Unlike Emu, like Blackbeard, when those decks came out in that specific set, those cards were only geared for that deck, which means they only can be built, basically one way. Ace, on the other hand, has a lot of different build paths or variety in which he can come up with, which is a lot of fun. But there are some cards here in which you guys must include in every variation of Ace that you guys come up with. Things like Marco here in the Yamato, in which are kind of expensive for SRs, but at the end of the day, this card is very strong for what it allows you to do in any Ace deck. For example, if you guys have one Dawn attached to your leader here, if Ace takes damage, or any of your characters is KO'd that's 6,000 power or more, i.e. Marco, if Marco blocks for you, gets KO'd, you draw 2 off Marco, then you also draw an additional card off your Ace leader, which is really strong. Now, this is a very heavy top-end deck with Goldie Roger, all of the Newgate variations. There's a lot of lists that, fluctuate between the 9 beard and the 10 beard here when it comes to tax, but they're all very good. I do, however, like a little variety, so if you guys don't like the 9 cost Newgate, you can cut this out entirely and just go 10 beard. They're all really good, but again, this deck is going to be very top end based. Now, there's a reason for that we're running so many Newgates, due to this event right here that came out in ST22. If your leader is a Whitebeard Pirates type, which, Ace, you're able to play up to 1 Newgate from your hand, doesn't matter the cost, and play it on board for free for 8 Dawn basically, and then you can take either the top or bottom life. If you do end up doing that, your leader gains an additional 2,000 power until the start of your next turn. So on top of this Newgate, if you guys drop this down on 8 Dawn, for example, using this event, you can use the ability, take a life, gain 2,000 power off that, and then you get additional 2,000 power off this Newgate, which makes you a 10k into your following turn, which is really strong against some decks. Now, everything else here, we're going to be running with 10 2k counters with 4 Otama, 4 Uta, and then 2 Jozu. Jozu is in here just for consistency, whereas the Otama and the Uta cannot technically be searched out, other than utilizing Monkey D. Garp here to search out the Uta. This cannot be searched out in general, at least in this build package. But I digress. You're going to be doing a lot of drawing in this deck with things like Otama, your Izo here, and your leader ability on top of your Marco and Yamato. And speaking of Yamato, this ability on play is active out of the gate. Considering you guys are a 3-life leader, on your curve here with 5 Dawn, you can play Yamato down, draw 2, trash 1, and then give a rested Dawn to up to one of your leaders. Or sorry, just draw 2 cards, my bad. And then you can give a Dawn to your rested leader, which allows us to swing for 7 on 5 Dawn curve, which is really nice. But either way, let's dive into a bunch of games today. I'll see you guys in a split second. Let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to dive into a bunch of games today. Come at you guys with Ace playing into Blue-Yellow Nami here in OP13. Now, mind you, we may be a little rusty here because we have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to try my best to go over it and play at the same time. So if I make a mistake or what have you, don't roast me too hard. We're going to get into it. We finally got all of our thumbnails ready for OP13 and then some. It took us a while to get this situated. My artist got really busy, unfortunately. And sometimes it be what it be. It's kind of out of my control with that regard, unfortunately. This is something in which I'm going to have a plan going forward so this does not happen again, because at one point I was very sick last month, if you guys remember then. My artist then ends up getting sick as well. And then her boss decides to push a project that she had to get done, which is tragic because at the same time I needed my thumbnails. Either way, that's a me problem. Thumbnails are taken care of, all situated, we're all good to go. I have stuff ready for Zoro. I have things I want to get done for Pudding, Shanks, both variations of Bonnie, yellow and green. We have Ace here, and I do want to play some more Emu, of course. And then we have some other off-kilter decks like Yellow Katakuri I want to get back into just for a little bit here and there. You know, off-meta stuff, a little fun. But I digress. Today we're going to be looking at playing Ace. We're going to try to play Ace today anyway, and hopefully not do too bad. We're going to keep this video roughly around like an hour or so, as we typically do, maybe a little shorter if I can. If not, it be what it be. Tomorrow I will be working on Jewelry Bonnie probably, or Pudding. I have not decided between the two, but you guys will be getting Ace, followed into every 2 days from this point on until I get bored. I hope I don't of OP13. We'll be getting as many videos as I possibly can. I'm going to try to not give you guys all meta decks, if you will. So if you guys have been following my channel for a while now, you guys know that I don't typically just play or spam out meta decks. And I'm going to try to keep it that way. You guys will get a couple meta decks here and there, but it's not going to be like emu. You know what I mean? Either way. Let's see what we can cook up here in this matchup here. Unfortunately, she did end up getting the Kuma, which goes back up to 4 health. She does only have 4 cards in hand compared to my book, and we do have to be mindful of the Pudding. Now, against other blue decks that utilize Pudding, it's kind of impossible for me to play around it. I mean, I'm a 3-life leader as it is. If she wants to Pudding me, go for it. We know it's going to happen at some point. I just have to be ready with my Newgate on board. Let's go and get down the Jozu here. We can bounce back the Otama, put the Law back to hand. We can play back down the Otama here to draw more cards. But I still want to have an extra Dawn attached to Ace. And she doesn't have any Dawn attached to Nami, so I think this might be okay. We have 3 Newgates in hand already, which is really good. We can probably throw away a Marco here or a Newgate. It wouldn't hurt us too bad. Let's go 6. And then we'll also swing here with Yamato as well. In case she wants to crack back and pop the Yamato or attempt to pop the Yamato, we have the counter here in hand as well. I've also been dabbling into like other games and stuff here and there while in my downtime. I got, for those of you that care or may not care, I downloaded like Battlefield 6 and stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna dive into it or not, but that's another game that's been on my radar. I've heard good things, you know. So I mean, if you guys are interested in playing that, we can also do that stuff, you know, in our free time. Just hit me up in Discord. I've also been playing some other like what do you call it, like indie games and stuff on Steam. I think it's called like Absalom or something like that. It's like a 2D side scroll like beat 'em up. It's very fun. But here and there, I've also been playing other TCGs and opening other packs from other card games and everything. I haven't necessarily been like playing them, just like collecting. And I would love to bring them to the channel, but I know how the algorithm and stuff here works, which is very bad when it comes to YouTube. It's like I almost have to create another channel for it to do well, if you will. But I've also been doing a whole lot of what do you call it, like scary games. I would love to be able to do that, just play scary games on another channel and go from there, you know what I mean? Like Little Nightmares 3 is really fun. I've been trying to play out that series right now, which is really cool. It's not something I've ever done before, but I know you guys do other things outside of just playing One Piece and being an adult, so hey, everyone has their own little hobbies here. But either way, music, considering I keep getting these comments and questions about it, I've been trying to stay away from a lot of the One Piece songs. I don't necessarily know if it's a me thing, but I am very burned out when it comes to the One Piece music. With the amount of times and games that I spend here playing on Sim, and I think you guys too are tired of listening to the exact same songs, not just from me as a content creator, but everyone is using the same old like One Piece lo-fi themes and loops and all that sort of thing. So I try to like choose other animes and stuff. I kind of want to keep this on board. I try to choose other animes in which are popular or I enjoy and like use music from there as well. So I think today we're listening to, right now, Naruto, Bleach, and then we may play One Piece here and there, but those are my top 3 currently. If you guys have any other suggestions, let me know. I typically try to stay in like long anime series, if you will. So I haven't really watched a whole lot of off-kilter 5 or 6, 10 episodes animes. I haven't really invested too much into that. But if it's got good soundtracks, got good upbeat music and stuff, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to know. Oof. I feel like I just talk and I don't have a break sometimes, man. It's crazy. 0 cards in hand, 3 life left. Kikanojo is actually a problem here. We do have the Uta for the other blocker. I kind of want to take this a little bit safe. Guess we'll get rid of the Garp here, right? Or the Otama. We'll play Uta down for 2, mind you. Considering that we have Newgate on board, her reduction, or sorry, Newgate's at 10,000 power, and in which if we have a character of 10,000 power or higher, Uta gets a cost reduction of 4, which makes her go from 6 to 2. In other words, it's a very, very cheap blocker, which is really good into Emu. Considering Uta's a 6, she cannot be popped due to Mars's effect, which is really, really nice. So you guys can stack up Marcos and Utas in that matchup and probably do okay. I haven't really run into too many Emus today. I've been trying to avoid them if possible, just because I think everybody and their brother has been playing against Emu or playing Emu, including myself, and it's just not very fun to watch and or play sometimes. So Ace, on the other hand, I'm thoroughly enjoying this deck, and I kind of feel like I should have just went all out into Ace instead of started playing Emu this set. But the leader itself is very, very fun. So I do hope you guys give all of them a try. Zoro I haven't really played too much of, just in general, so that'll probably be the first video of Green Zoro on the channel very, very soon. Because I don't think we even played Zoro when he first came out, so there's that. 8 here. So put us to 0. I have to be a little bit mindful because she might have a Red Rock. If she has Red Rock here or a Nojiko to bounce back the Uta, we just kind of get cooked. Oh, wait, actually, never mind. Nojiko's a 5. I think we're fine. Unless it's like a Gravity Blade or a Red Rock. If she Gravities, then it's a little bit easier for me to counter out because she doesn't have any Dawn left to swing. Red Rock, it's a possibility. Come on, Nami. Okay, she's going in for it. 8 here. We'll toss this, go minus on that. And then we have Izo. Thank you. And we'll guard out this swing as well. Because I don't believe she can heal at this moment. I think we're good. Unless there's going to be a 0 cost in life. What are we going for here? I think she has to go for face, so. It's going, yeah. Going for Yamato is really not going to help either. Can we get there? Zeus. That's very risky. Sure. I don't know why she didn't pop the Yamato. Instead she popped Atmos. I mean, Zeus does remove a 5 cost, so that's a little weird, but okay. We'll take that, I guess. Maybe a misclick? I don't know. I think we can do this without the 10 cost Newgate though. I think we can. So what, we go 7 with Yamato and feel out what she has in hand here. But she only has 2 cards, so she has to pitch 1 to make her leader go to 7k. And if they attack lands, I think we can still win even though it's a 0 cost. I'm pretty sure. I think that's math. So we'll go 7. Give me both cards, please. Yep. Takes the hit. Nope. Okay. 2 2Ks. So the worst thing's worst here is we go 7 and she gives me like a veggie. But it's not going to save her. Well played. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to dive into another matchup today. Coming at you guys with Ace playing into Lim here in OP13. This is a very scary deck to deal with. And I don't think I've ever played against a Lim in which I felt like my odds were favored. I always feel like Lim kind of comes out of the shadows once in a while, and she just deck checks top meta decks. It's kind of weird to me. I feel like she has a good matchup into Emu. She has a decent matchup here into Ace as well. Zoro, I'm not 100%. I haven't a clue on how that goes. I just know every time I see a Lim, I'm a little spooked. So, we're going to try our best here. And try not to make as many mistakes as possible. This search is not the best. I mean, Jozu's probably pretty valuable here. Jozu allows us to remove at least a blocker on board, depending on which one it is. Okay, fair. So we're going to 5 here. We do have Yamato, which is good. So what, we can play Yamato down, swing with Ace. Or do we just go for the Sabo? I think we have to play this. The downside is we're going 7 into 6 just to get a card out of hand. Because perhaps if we go 7 lead, she just takes the hit anyway. Alright, so we're at 7 Dawn with Uta, or sorry, with Lim. Which is going to be like a Doflamingo probably, into like another Lim search. Yep. Lim. Free Dofi, yep. Every time on curve, man, I swear. We're going to use our ability. We get a Roger, which isn't necessarily the best here in this matchup. Atmos isn't going to help out too much, I don't think. We'll put Jozu on the bottom for now. That probably was a mistake, I'm not going to lie. Make this a 4. Go 7. We can give you the Uta. Restance the whole board. Yep. Okay. So we can play Atmos down. We can go ahead and bounce the Doflamingo back to hand. Verify. Marco. Bounce. Oh, wow. I totally thought that was a 4-drop. That's my bad. Well, mistakes were made. We may just lose off that, to be fair. Izo. I wish we can take Rad Beam, but it looks like we're going to have to take the Marco here, because we can't take the other Izo off of Izo. So we're doubled up in Marco. We have no counter in hand. The usual. 7 lead. We'll go 7 here as well. Okay. Not bad, did not expect that. I figured she'd just block out and give me a 2k or something. So we'll do Izo here. Can we stop? Goodness. It's like our 3rd Marco so early too. And our Izo searches have not been the best off KO. That's terrifying. She's probably gonna leave that 1 Dawn up. We'll see. Nope, she's swinging. Okay. Sorry, Yamato. We have to remove that that Zoro as quickly as possible. So we're going to go ahead and rip a life. We're going to play the 9 gate down. Or 9 beard. I guess we have to attach here as well, don't we? So let's swing 5 first. Okay. And no matter what here, she's going to give us the blocker. But we are at least a 10k for the following turn, which makes it a little bit difficult for the Zoro to attack us. And instead of giving us the blocker, she gave us cards out of hand. I mean, it's going to get cleared anyway, isn't it? With the Sabo there. Alright, so we're 10k. I think that might be a little easier to guard out. Although we don't have any counter in hand other than the Atmos, so... This game is looking kind of dire here. 13k. 3 stands, and she can do this 2 more times. It's problematic. I think we have to take this hit, don't we? If we minus it by 2, it becomes 11 when they have +1 in hand, so... Unfortunate. I think we lose here. Okay, we're good, we're good. We have an Uta. So we can at least protect one of these hits. If she wants to go all in, I can't really do anything about it. 6 to 10, interesting. What are we doing here? Interesting. I don't know, man. I think I would have probably attempted to go for it. Because we only have 2 characters on board that can potentially do damage, right? She's got a blocker up, which eats up one of our attacks, whether it's a Newgate or Ace, and she takes 1 hit bare minimum. I think I would have stacked all Dawn on Zoro and just went for it. Like, just check them, you know what I mean? If I have the counter, we have the counter. It's not like we can kill her this turn. So we don't have anything that, like, KOs characters, basically. So that Doflamingo is going to be a problem here. Like, she restood the Zoro and didn't swing with it, so... I don't know why that is. I mean, we do have the Jozu, right? We play the Jozu down, we can bounce the Doflamingo the hand. She's got 3 Dawn open. We also have to put in her here as well. Because she did show us that she was utilizing the 1 cost event. But I don't think we can attempt to go for game here. Attaching 2 Dawn the Newgate just pops off the limb blocker. Or the limb over here. We drop the 8, we play the 10 cost Newgate. We don't get the boost. We have 2 Dawn left over for a Rad Beam. This is free basically, down to 2, which is good. We can play Uta, we can double up on Marco. And then we only have 3 Dawn here floating over. Which we have to utilize to keep up 1 for the Rad Beam. Let's go 12. We'll pop this, or attempt to pop that. I imagine we can. Nope, she rests the Sabo, okay. That's fair. I guess we just clear this, right? Okay. You're cool. Oh, that's my bad. I should have attacked that with the Otama. My fault. Mistakes were made. But no, not that that mattered. I think, again, she should have been able to clear us in the last turn with the Zoro. After the restand, she should have just swung. And it's not that we played bad. It's not that she played bad. I think it was one of those she went to feel it out moments. But I think I would have just checked it. Unless she was worried about Roger there. Maybe. Maybe Roger was to play. Maybe I should have done that. We go 6, 10, 13. Doflamingo couldn't block. She has to take 2 hits, which would be the Roger and the Newgate, and then she guards out leader swing. So I don't think we could have won there at all, period. Just enough Dawn with Zoro here to go for game, I think. Considering she has a rest on the Marco. I have to do this carefully. I don't think it matters though. Because next turn we can't really survive. So we don't need this. She goes 6. We have 1 blocker. And no counter in hand here. Because we have to pitch one of these for this swing. And then Zoro hits us 3 times, right? Oh, okay. I guess that works too. Goes 6, we give her the Jozu, and then he hits us 3 times. So that was 2, 3, 4, 7 swings this turn. Which is kind of crazy. We almost survived, boys. We almost got there. Because now we rad beam this one, and then she has 1 more hit. Yep. You got it. Well played. That was a really good game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, rapid fire. Come at you guys with another one with Ace playing into Sabo. No hard feelings. I have no idea what to expect in this matchup. I do think that Sabo is kind of spooky when the deck is done correctly. Being able to have multiple Sabos on board with Rush Dragon is kind of terrifying. So, and he does hit the numbers, right? Both Sabos are 7k blockers, which 1 Dawn attached swings for 8k. Dragon being terrifying as it is, but I do think this matchup is kind of hard. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of Dragon. And I don't know whether or not to starve Sabo or just be aggressive, to be honest. So I'm not too sure if that's the correct play. I'll take the Newgate here. Play another Ezo down. Oof. Man. 8-drop, I guess. We'll pass it over. Or should I just attach the Dawn? Yeah, we have the Dawn here. Alright. Now we can draw 2 cards. One off the Ezo, one off Ace, and then another one off the other Ezo, which would be 3 for this turn. It's kind of like a Marco, but not, you know? 4 Dawn. Yep. No swings. Okay. Makes sense, because this is 4k lead that turn. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have swung. Because Sabo has to invest the Dawn in order to be able to swing on me. And perhaps his late game is better than mine. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think so, but it really depends on the variation of Sabo. Because I've seen a lot of them that utilize like on-spot removal, you know, like power reduction and then KOs. So it's a possibility. He's running like the 8-cost Sabo. I don't know. But yeah, if I'm doing this matchup wrong, let me know down in the comments below. I don't have too much practice with Ace into Sabo here. So, starving might be the correct way to do this. What's that, 7k here? Lindbergh. It's interesting. So he's running with triggers as well. I mean, I suppose. I think we have to do this right now. What do we get? Yamato. I guess Roger's not that valuable in this matchup. I don't think. We'll do it again. Sorry, there we go. So there's the draw of the Ezo. The sim is really strange on how these interactions work. We haven't drawn for Ace yet, I don't believe, but we have drawn for Ezo, which is interesting. Yep. Put that on the bottom. Or maybe we did. I didn't realize it. Math is hard sometimes. Okay. So we have Lindbergh and Raise Max on board. So he's ready to pop something. Max minuses it by 3. Lindbergh swings and pops it. But we do have to have either Yamato or Marco here, I think. I guess we can play Marco and just bait it out. So we don't really have another choice. Hopefully we get the blocker off this swing. Just takes the hit. Okay, we'll play Marco. We'll pass it over. We already have the Dawn attached, so now we should be able to draw 3 cards off this, which is really, really good for us. And the next turn we go the 9 Dawn, so we have access to the 8 cost event with the 9 Beard, which is nice. Or the Tax Beard. He doesn't really have a whole lot of threats on board in which I want to play Tax Beard, so I think we'll go for the 9 Beard next turn, depending on what he does. Because it looks like he's trying to set up for a big play. Okay, never mind. He's just going to remove the Marco this turn. Yep. Goes 7, pops that. We'll draw 3 off Marco, which is nice. Okay, I guess we'll draw off Ace first. Weird. There's that. Not too bad. In case he wants to attack. Okay, never mind. I didn't think he had another rusher here, so. Get a Garp search, draws the Sabo. Another Raise Max. That's another board setup. I'm gonna go 7 here with Sabo, I think. Or perhaps, what, 6 with Garp, 7 with Sabo? Leave up a Dawn. Oh, 7 here. We can pitch a Yamato. Just to protect this hit for this turn. Okay. Thankfully, he has not seen Karasu yet, which is really, really good. So I think if he was able to establish Karasu, this would make this matchup a lot harder for us. Okay, we have to clear that Lindbergh somehow. Let's go ahead and get the Newgate on board. Yeah, 9 Beard's probably better here. I think I want to save Tax Beard for next turn when he starts dropping the dragons and the big bodies. We'll just get off the regular effect here. Can we clear this, please? Or have the blocker. I mean, it's 4K counter, right? Yep. Sure. Pass it over. Alright, surely he doesn't have removal here for Newgate. Unless he has another Raise Max, which means he would still need to have 2 Raise Maxes for the turn to be able to pop the Newgate. Unless I'm missing something. Because if we can keep this on board, we can pop off... Oh, Shanks? Interesting. I don't think that's normal. I could be wrong. But I was not expecting that. That kind of sucks. It's good to know. And it's good that we kept that red rock. Because normally this matchup I kind of just throw it away for Ace's ability. And again, I don't have too much experience against Sabo, but they like to play the Sabos down the dragons, and red rock is kind of useful in that regard. I don't typically see Shanks, so... We do have a Tax Beard here as well. Let's drop this down, go 6. This way he's forced to give us some cards if he wants to swing here with the Shanks for the following turn. If he decides not to swing with it, we'll have to remove it. Because we don't have any other way of dealing with it. At least the Tax Beard can stall us at least 1 turn. Never mind, it cannot. Round table. Okay. We are in OP13, and Roundtable makes its debut. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it's a really good setup that he's got going on here, though. With the Lindbergh, the Raise Max, and the Roundtable, it's actually pretty solid. 6-drop Sabo and Trash, interesting. We'll toss the Marco, go down 2,000 power here. He's got 5 cards left in hand. I don't see Shank swinging this turn, which is good. Because he had to pitch 2 for the Lindbergh there. We'll take this hit. Nice. Okay. Let's remove this. Get this out of here. Don't want to deal with that. We don't have a whole lot of answers here. Hopefully we can have the Lindbergh. I doubt it, but hopefully. If we can clear this, we might be able to come back. Because I need to establish a blocker, I think, this turn. Going 9k, yeah, sure. We have the Radical Beam. But in case they have Dragon, you know? That would be kind of tragic as well. Can we please have the Lindbergh? Oh, thank you. Nice. Okay, so we'll play Marco here. And hope he can stay on the field for a turn. Well, I think we have to block, don't we? Because if we go to 0, we just lose. Okay. 8-cost Dragon. What's he going to get back from Trash here? Okay. Sabo. That's a terrifying field. 2 Don open. I think next turn we have to play it. I need to find another Tax Beard next turn if possible. So what, we need to find Otama or Garp off this search, or Tax Beard. Yeah, we'll guard here. There it goes. I don't know why I was clicking it. Nope, no Tax Beard. That sucks. Another 10 Beard here. Let's play this down. Taking life might be a mistake. We've got the double Rad Beams. Let's try it. Let's see if we can be safe like this instead of just taking the life. I think we have to trash an Atmos here. We keep the other 10 Beard. Keep up the 2 Dawn. Let's go face. Yep. Card from hand. Yep. Alright, so we've got a blocker, 2 Rad Beams, and a bunch of counter in hand. I think we can survive next turn and be able to establish another 10-cost Beard. So that's 2 blockers down, 4 cards left in hand here. He has to remove the Newgate this turn. So what, Raise Max makes me a 9k. What does the Sabo utilize for popping? For 7 Don, 6 Don. Or maybe not, it just goes face. Please just go face, thank you. Alright, cool. So we have Rad Beam, which is good. So we'll guard out here. I don't see him attacking with his with the Sabo, just the leader swing, which would be great. Okay. Another Lindbergh. It's going 10, 9k. Sorry, math's hard. 9 to lead. I mean, we have the counter here, so go to 7. We can give you a 2k. We'll give you the Jozu, actually, just in case we're able to play down the Uta in the following turn. I don't think so, but you never know. Okay. Otama. Let's play down another Newgate. Sorry if you guys hear the dog downstairs, I apologize. I'll try my best to edit that if possible, if I remember. Put that at the bottom. Give us our Dawn. I think we have to swing here with the 10 beard. We have to try to clear the dragon on board. That's not math. That's my bad. I should have probably swung face here, shouldn't I? With ace. That's my bad. Alright. You got me. We'll go 14. This will get the blocker. Yep. All pass turn. So again, we're still in the same situation, except for we have two 10 beards on turn, or sorry, on field with two radical beams. We have a decent amount of counter in hand as well. I don't necessarily think he has a lethal here. Okay. Raise max, koala. So Newgate's definitely not going to survive. So we're going to try to do this without guarding at all. And if I can bait him into swing with Sabo as well, that'll probably seal the game. I don't think it's going to happen, but he might be tempted to swing with his blocker here. Because again, we do have double rad beam, so I think we can actually bait these hits in. Yep. So there's the 10k. So he is playing around for the rad beam here. So we have to guard, what, one swing? I think, because you got 4 Dawn open. Sabo swings for 8, Dragon swings for 9. If he does decide to attach Dawn to Sabo, he can at least go 10, 10, and 10. So I guess we'll rad beam the first swing. And then now he technically can't go for lethal because we still have the blocker on board, right? So I don't think he can do anything else here. Are we safe? Because at the very least... Oh, yeah, he can still swing with this. I forgot about that. I thought he played that last turn. That's my bad. So yeah, he definitely can still go for lethal here. Yep. 2 Dawn left. Sabo is still an 8k and Dragon's a 9k right now. So what, he attaches on Sabo, goes 9, and then it goes 10 with Dragon, perhaps? We still have to give him a 2k here. In which we have just enough counter here. If that's what he wants to do. Actually. Yeah, we're fine. It really depends on what we get off life here. Because if we can get another 1k counter, we're chilling. Again, I apologize for the dog. I will do my very best. Come on, Sabo. I believe in you. You got this. I don't know what song this is, but the song is pretty fire. Is he gonna swing? Yep. 7. That's 10. Yep. 10 lead. Interesting. I guess we can take this hit, because Dragon can't go for lethal here. And we get a draw off our leader swing there as well. Or sorry, off our leader ability. Go ahead, rad beam this. And good game, I think. 3 cards. Let's play Otama here. Got nothing. Actually, I don't know why we did that. I think we had lethal regardless. I don't know what we're doing there. We'll just trash that. So we have to go 12 with lead, and then whatever else we have left on the 10 beards. That's math, right? He's a 6. So we need 7k counter, which I don't think he has. Because he only can have a maximum of 6 in hand right now. Let's go 13. And then good game, I think. That's math. Well played, man. That was actually really good. I think the whole round table thing. That was a really good play. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, come at you guys with another game. This will probably be the last one for the day, unfortunately. I'm sorry. We're probably going to dive into an off-meta deck after this one. And I think that's kind of how I want to do it. Meta, on meta, meta. Or sorry, meta, off meta. You know what I mean? And in that order. I don't want to give you guys like emu. You know what I mean? If you will. But either way, we're coming at you guys another matchup with Ace into Kuzan, which I think has fallen out of favor. As much as I loved playing that deck, it's very difficult to keep up with the 3-life Luffy, you know, so with blue-purple Luffy at the time. Currently, blue-purple Luffy is still here. He's just not as frequent and as much as he was beforehand, because you have to keep up with the Zoro, the Emu, and the Ace. But again, Luffy still being a deck when Kuzan was a little bit relevant. It's very hard for him to compete. I don't see him getting a whole bunch of support until what? I think is it OP14, I think? EBO3 and OP14. He gets a couple Navy cards, which will make him a lot more consistent, a lot more fun. But with Emu being in the format and Kuzan being a blue deck with no means of removal, that's a tragic matchup to be a part of. So, but I don't know how we're going to do against this match. This is my first time ever playing Ace into Kuzan. I think with the knowledge of how the deck works, I should be okay. And we do have the pudding here, which is very, very important. We have the one of pudding, which is nice. So we're going to play this. We're going to swing for 7. He went from 9 cards to, what, 8, I believe? Because he'll draw here if he takes this hit. Yep. And then draws return. 7. Sorry, math is hard. Now, only thing we need to see is Jozu at some point. That way we can play around with Jozu to bounce cards back to hand here. Being able to put pudding back to my hand would be really, really good. There's a Marco. Okay. Alright. I forgot. A lot of the Kuzan lists have adapted the Marco. Not that it changes a whole lot. This is fine. There's a new gate. Can we get a search? Okay, never mind. That works out. I was going to go ahead and Garp into a Jozu, but this works. This is fine. We'll bounce this. We'll bounce that. So now we have the pudding for another time here. Let's go 6. No. Yeah, 6 is fine. We know he has the 2K. Nice. We'll play a Garp down. Oof. I suppose. I don't think Taxbeard's going to do all too much here in this matchup. The Atmos, though. It might be pretty valuable here. We can at least bounce a blocker back to hand with the Borsalino. Another Marco, and the Marco back to hand. It's interesting that he played it back down knowing that we have the Atmos. We'll trash it, actually. Make Kuzan go down to, what, 4K? And we should be fine. 3-Don open. Which may be another Sengoku, or saving those up for the 1-cost events. Or he's just swinging. Okay. I'm not giving you the pudding. I'm sorry. Let's go, boys. We're at 9. So that means we can go ahead and drop the 8-cost and the 9-beard. Which I think puts us out of range of him attacking us next turn. Because he goes up to, what, 9-Don himself? I believe, is that math? Yeah, he goes to 10-Don, sorry. So with Garp, maybe Aramaki, he won't be able to hit us at all. which is pretty good. I think we do have to swing here. Yeah, he's going to be able to draw cards, which is great. He draws 2 off Marco, then 1 off the turn. The following turn we can play Pudding, which is really good for us here. Yep. We'll clear this. I don't want to go 7 to lead to force him to give me cards. I don't want that. I think it's better to take the guarantee because now he's at 9, right? And this turn will probably be a Garp into a Kuzan or Garp into like a Sakazuki or Garp into an Aramaki. Regardless, he's going to draw cards. Like the Tashigi here replaces and draws a card, which is nice. So there's a Sakazuki. I'm hoping he plays that, because he'll draw 2 off the Saka. So here's the Garp. So we'll pitch 1, then draw another card for the Garp. And then Sakazuki will draw 2 more cards, which is really good. So he's back at 9. He can't swing on me. And he can't go into the Jozu either. So he's going to have to pass here, leaving 1 Don up for the event I assume he has in hand. Now we have a Pudding. So we can play Pudding, shuffle those back. Puts him back to 5, which is really good. We could play Jozu down to bounce back to Shishigi and put Pudding back to hand and save it for later, but I think 2 Puddings is probably enough here. We probably need a blocker here as well. So we're going to go 7 first. See if we can bait out event if he has it. Or got it off the Pudding. Nope, 2k. And a 1k, okay. We'll go 7 again. This should be a damage, nice. This should be a free damage as well. So we either go for game with Garp, or we play it safe with Marco. Which is obviously play it safe with Marco. We have 1 Don up for Radbeam. And now we're chilling. Not so bad, man. That was pretty good. He still does have the possibility of going 9-9-9. Or 10-10-10, you know? Because we have 1 blocker. Marco would draw us 3 cards at the very least. We have a Radbeam and a Jozu for 1. And then we just take 1 hit. Because block, take care of that with Radbeam, and we take 1 hit. Yeah. If he decides to go 10-10-10. Actually, I don't think he can now. Got a Gion and a Zephyr. Okay. What are we doing? I think this deck is just adapted or adopted the overseas variation with Mr. 3 and the Marco, it seems. Can I please? Thank you. I'll take 3 cards. Appreciate it. Okay, those are terrible. I mean, we got 2 10-beards in hand, so it's not that bad, but still. Gonna go 6 here. 2 more attacks. Ooh, that's my bad. I probably should have not done that. Because we only have, what, 3k counter? Oh, we're fine. Never mind. It's okay. We do, however, have to Radbeam one of these or take the hit. If we take the hit, then we surely have to go for game next turn instead of going for board. And which I don't think going for board would be the correct play anyway. So, we'll Radbeam. We'll go up to 10. And Saka? Okay, never mind. Well played. Oh wait, hold on. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. And then 10k there. And then 1 off the draw for the following turn. Let me think. So if we go 10k swing, he's pitching me 3 2k counters, and then he only has 2 left. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last game of the day. Come at you guys with Ace playing into Green Purple Luffy. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this meta. If you will, hopefully you guys are enjoying Ace. I do think this deck is a lot of fun. And I think I said it earlier, if I could go back, I would probably have built Ace over Emu. You know, and started getting my alts and stuff ready for Ace and taking that a little bit more seriously. But instead, we went down the Emu route. I'm hoping I don't get bored with the deck. As boring as it looks, it's a lot of fun to play. And I think it's a little bit more fun to play on paper than it is to play on sim. Ace, on the other hand, I think this deck has longevity, and considering it can be built so many different ways, and it's Ace, man, it's just a lot of fun to pick up and play. But we're going to go ahead and start this matchup off strong, going 8k to 5. Most Luffy's take the first hit anyway, so perhaps we didn't have to attach Dawn here, but I didn't really have anything else to do with it other than play down the Otama, so we'll pass turn. He's at 4 Dawn, which means Zoro in stage, okay, or just Zoro, okay. No stage for you. However, I do think the body on board is pretty important here, but no stage so far. He does have Sanji Pudding for the curve next turn, which is good. We'll go 6. I'm going to continue to be aggressive in this matchup. Ooh, we get the Jozu here, which is good. I probably should have attached, or sorry, played Yamato first there. That's my bad. So there's the pudding. Yep. Do you have the stage though? Because we have a Josie. Is that EB? Okay. I don't feel like so worried about that Luffy being a 6k leader. It's just so nice, man. Oof, Ruizo. Get a Red Rock. I don't really need Red Rock in this matchup, to be fair. Yeah, this is fine. Well, that's a 2. We'll get rid of this, it's okay. I thought I just did that. That's my bad. What are we doing here? Going to 8k. We get a Garp, an Otama, and then a Rad Beam. Okay. Looking pretty good. Let's go and get the Jozu down. This will bounce back the Garp, bounces back the hand, and then we have 2 swings on Jozu. Let's start off with Yamato here. Yep, gives me a 2k. And the deck itself does not run a lot of those, so that's good to know. I think we should keep the Dawn open for the Rad Beam, to be fair. Can I have another 2k, please? Just one. That's all I'm asking. Just one. Okay, 0 cost event. Let's go. I'll take that. That was actually really good. He used 0 cost event to throw away the Rush Luffy there, which is crazy. So that kind of tells me either that's his only one or he has another one in hand, because otherwise why would you do that? What is this? Okay. So at the start of my turn, this thing automatically rests one of my Dawn. It's actually really good. I like that. It's like a Magellan almost. Huh. Alright, 6 here. Maybe he's using that to plan around Emu, or try to play around Emu. It's actually a really good card. Sorry, can't go down the 1 life just yet. Let's go 5 in hand here. I'm gonna keep attacking into the Zoro. Oh, that's right, forgot about this. That card that's actually really good. Kind of stalls me out, because I cannot dig for a new gate now. So I wanted to drop the Garb or the Otama to draw into a new gate, and then drop the 8 cost event. You know, assuming we find one, right? Assuming. Let's find out. Okay, so we don't get one. Alright, fair enough. We'll take the Roger. It's the only thing we can get other than the Uta, which isn't too bad. Just in case we get to that point we actually need it, you know? We'll probably just pitch it later anyway, it's fine. Yamato, can you find me one? Alright, so there's the 10 beard. So we have 10 beard for next turn. We have Dawn for our Yamato here. Let's go 6 into this, actually. Okay, gave it to us. Cool. That worked out for me. He still left the Dawn up, though, so maybe we can force him to give us a giant. No, he takes the hit. Okay. Can we have the giant now? Going down to 1 would be kind of spook. Okay, so there's the giant. Minus his 2. Does the thing. So he goes up to 6 Dawn next turn. Which at this point, I think there's no way Luffy can win this game. I think that bounce with the Jozu, considering he didn't have the stage to protect the pudding for that turn, I think that probably sealed the game. I mean, we have like a book over here, so. Yep, 6 lead. This means leader and then Sanji P can swing this turn. We have another Jozu for later. Actually, let's trash it. We don't need that. Gonna go 6 again. Not going for board. Okay. We can trash this, minus that. And then he's gonna go 7 because he won't attach that Dawn. Yep. Just give you a 2K counter. Now what? Okay, so we got to restood. Sorry, he restood a Dawn with Sanji. English is hard. We'll do the thing. Get the boost. We'll attach some more Dawn here. We'll trash the Red Rock. We don't need that anymore. Yep. I guess we'll put it on Yamato or Jozu. This will be a 9K. Left up 2. Let's find out. You want to give me some 2K counters? I appreciate it. There's a Nami. Oops, go 6 here. It's over 10. It's actually really good. Yep. Another giant, please. Yeah, we swing first. Takes the hit. So he needs a giant plus 1K counter to get out of this. Goes to 0. Alright. Looking good, boys. I'm trying to think, can he push for lethal this turn? Because we're an 8K lead, so I think that makes it very, very difficult for him to be able to do that. A third Sanji pudding. Okay. I don't know if that's what I would have done, but fair. I mean, that is a lot of Dawn, though, realistically. We played 2 bodies there for 4 Dawn, technically. But I don't know if playing the Sanji pudding was worth it at that point. Because I think he could have played the Sanji and then had Dawn left over for big swings this turn. So there's no way he's going to be able to kill me here. You know what? We're going to guard out, actually. I kind of want to keep that Yamato on board. Just for whatever reason, he's gone for Yamato instead of trying to go for face. Knowing that he's not going to survive next turn. Like, possible. I don't think it's possible for that to happen. Because we have a pudding here as well. If he decides to leave up a bunch of Dawn, you know what I mean? So we'll protect the first hit. He's going to do it again. Okay. Fair. We won't use the effect just yet, because I don't know if he's going to go ahead and Dawn up any of his puddings. Or not. I imagine he would, because he's not surviving. Okay, so 7. Okay, never mind. Goes 9K into what? Jozu. Fair. I think this is guardable as well. We'll guard over here. 7. Well, that was easy. We'll go ahead and trash, because I don't think it really matters. Let's give him a 2K counter. Yep. 3 Dawn open, so perhaps 3 events. I don't want to find out. We're pudding. And let's see what happens, boys. We gotta go 8. That's 8. Okay, so we only can do what? 8, 8, 6. I think. And then 12 with Newgate. So we'll go 6 here. Nice. Yeah, so we have 8, 8, 12 left. I still can't math. I tried, I'm sorry. We can leave up a rad beam. Never mind. Well played. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the end of the video. Today we played around with PLAYMATS Ace, a very, very spicy leader in OP13. This is our first iteration of Ace here on the channel, and this is our first time ever playing a 3-life leader on the channel as far as I remember. I had a lot of fun with this one, and I do hope you guys pick up Ace and give it a shot. This deck is super flexible, it can be built in numerous different ways. It's not one-dimensional like Emu, like Blackbeard. It's a lot of fun, man. And speaking of which, there are some cards here in which I'm thinking about changing ratios. There's a lot of things here which I don't think I had a lot of value with my playtesting. Now, I very much like the Tax Spear. I think this is really, really good. I think this is very strong into Emu. Making them forcing them to pitch cards in hand to be able to attack with each Elder is kind of nice sometimes. If you guys go second, you know what I mean? Especially if you're able to chain them back to back to back. And sometimes you guys don't even need the 10 cost Tax Spear. Hypothetically, being able to just do Marcos and the 10 cost Newgates sometimes gets you the W. But, however, we did not run into a lot of Emus today to do a whole bunch of tests when it comes to Ace. However, I did play a bunch of Emu matches at locals recently against this guy, and I do think the matchup is a lot of fun. But when it comes to changing other stuff here in this list, Atmos, Pudding, Jozu, I'm thinking about upping the ratio at least for Pudding here. I think I want to see Pudding at least 2 to 3 copies. I want to be able to see this every single matchup. I think this card is very crucial into the mirror match. I think it's very good into Emu as well. Having just the one of, even though it's searchable out with Garp, you know, you can play Garp down, you can draw it into the Pudding. It's just having it at 1, I think, is where I'm just struggling at. We did get lucky today. We were able to see Pudding when we needed it. I just want to have it a little bit more consistent. So, I'm not too sure where I want to go with this list just yet. I'm debating on cutting down Roger to 1. And that might be crazy, and I probably shouldn't do that. Maybe I should leave him at 2 and go Ninebeard for 1, and then go up Pudding. Maybe that's what we should do. But hypothetically, if you guys are playing Ace, you guys are enjoying this deck, leave your thoughts and your opinions down in the comments below. Let me know how you're loving it. Let me know your hardest matchups. And let me know where you guys are struggling at. Either way, this has been Pawseplays. Please hit that like button so we get these videos floating around. I will catch you guys in the very next one. Stay safe out there. I'll see y'all later.